Hey there, so this one is a very different kind of activity. Today we're gonna paint a very weird dream with me if you want. So these are like few dreams that I've had. I know, right? Yeah, this is my room. And I've had like pretty weird dreams. So today we're gonna paint another dream, and it was so weird that I had this. Oh, this is my corset. It's pretty dried up because I don't do it often, but I am trying to do it. Like pretty often. The thing about this dream is that this one is something that I couldn't forget. It was too surreal, and yeah, I mean, it was beautiful, magical, and pretty scary. Have you ever been like excited and scary in your dream? So, I've been thinking about like recording a tarot card reading as well for dreams. But the problem is about this dream is that I need to ace the colors, or else it won't make sense. So in my dream I had like these. So it was like I was walking along a shore, right? This would be the line of water, and then this would be the horizon, and then I saw this huge moon, this beautiful moon, and then I blinked, and then there was another one, and then there was another one, and there was another one, and they kept appearing like so weirdly that I got scared, but then I was excited because it was moon. Oh god. Okay, so yeah, let me just find an eraser since this is not our shoreline anymore. Let me just erase it, and yeah, let's get started. I don't want to trouble my plant. Ew, I have to clean this because these are not the colors. Wait, let me just clean and I'll be right back. I am back. I got like drinking water for my paints because they've got dried up, so I think I'm just gonna like do this and this with the ones that I need, because with gouache I feel it's very easy to maintain these colors. And yeah, I mean, since we're done with the layout, I don't know if you can see it, we've got our moons, we've got the shoreline, and then this was the beach. So, and the sky is the tricky part because it was not just any color, it was the color of my wall. Let me just show you this color, but the darkest. And now we begin after I've stabilized this camera because I don't want it falling over. So see, pretty decent, right? Okay, so for me it's always the colors. I'm gonna put you guys back up there. The colors, the palette is there, and the paint is that. Yeah, and this is when it gets excess and you have to just like clean it up. Okay, so let's try to, since you guys have seen the color of the wall, let's try to ace it. Because if you're gonna paint a dream, it should be very real. I mean, it should be very close to real, and it was one of the real dreams for me. So let's see if so we found our color. So it was this, and then we keep adding some black to it to make it darker. Oh, my bad. My black is dried up, sort of, but okay, this works. Let's start. Okay, so the sky was something like this. Mind you, it was pitch black. So we have another moon here. And I mean, of course, this one is your dream. Like, I don't know if you're inspired to paint your own dream, you should. But if it doesn't make sense to someone else, it is still okay, because it is your dream, and you know you are the one who saw it. So we did have like some clouds hovering over the sky. So I'm just gonna keep it like that. Okay, this is good enough. This is, trust me, this is good enough. Oh, let's try adding this, because I think I need a little bit something like a little more darker. Either I create that, or maybe I just let's see, I can create that. I'm not sure, bro. So right now, I've jumped onto the ocean because my sky is drying. And then I'm gonna add more details to the moon, and you know, maybe add a little bit of clouds, you know, like the night sky. And then I'm gonna go over to the sand, because at night sand looks a little bit different than the one that you can always see, like the ocean images. And yeah. I know, completely weird angle, but let's try. Okay, so I'm gonna add more details to my ocean. I remember there was like a dark ground. like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. And then I'm going to use the one that I used to give it a wash, so that the color is constant, because for me dreams are like, you need to have the color, right? I have had such weird dreams, and it's not only like it's not only like just these kind of landscapes. I've had dreams about, people I have never met, and it's like I'm having conversations with them that are like so completely normal. It's like we were catching up in the dream, and I have never seen their faces, okay? And the face that they had were like so different from I've ever seen in my entire life. And like we were like catching up, like, hey, yeah, what's going on and stuff. And then when I wake up, I'm so confused and pissed, because I was having an amazing time with these people, and then it was taken away from me. So you see, weird. So right now I'm just literally adding just like random lines, since there are a lot of things that I couldn't explain that happen in the dream that would be very illogical. But since this is my dream, I don't feel like there should be an explanation. I do feel I can add a little bit more gray to the water, because and then blend these whites out. So yeah, it was in this dream, it was one of my school classmates and me who were like strolling, and then we came across this landscape. That was so surreal. So and let's add some dark blue, because the water was like, I couldn't just place like one color. Like you see, it's brown, it's, I don't know, beige, it's purple, it's everything all at once, and I'm like, what is happening? It was like so overwhelmingly beautiful. And now we're gonna try and paint some moon. I'm struggling with my life with this cream color, because it's completely dry. So what I've done here is I've taken like some gray and some cream, and then I've just like dabbed it, so we can try it on this moon. And we can just maybe do this and some weird patterns. And then this, right? And maybe this with this one. Ooh, took the wrong one. And then with this one, as well, maybe something like this. Okay, now we're gonna, because I don't feel like it needs more something, so I'm gonna add a little bit more to the sky and see how it goes. Because yeah, I've added a little bit darker, because again, the image I showed you of my background, the wall, it's still not, it doesn't feel like that. But again, like, I'm not being just too perfectionist. I'm trying to let go of that side of me, because it ends up like you know, bothering me. So I'm just gonna like do some random patterns, since I feel like doing it. Is that like valid? Do you ever just feel like just doing some strokes with your brush, and then, you know, let the spirit take it from you? I would love to hear what you guys think of this video. This was totally random. I woke up today and I'm like, yay, let's do some painting, and let's just involve few of you if you would like to. And since corners were like pretty dark, I'm just gonna keep it like a little bit darker, especially this one. Yeah. And about the ocean, there were no reflection of the moon. So usually you would have like, you know, something happening over here, something happening over here. It was just, I could hear like the ocean coming, and then yeah, that's my dad. He says hi. So that I could see like the ocean, but I could, yeah, God bless him, but there was no reflection. The water was like still black. So I think I'm gonna move to making it a little bit darker than my sky, because it was scary, but it was true. So I'm gonna try and avoid any sort of reflection on the water, but it's getting closer to what I had dreamed. And this was, mind you, like I think a week ago. So I was that obsessed with this one. I'm gonna add some more black out here. And this classmate that that was in this dream that I was talking about, we are not even friends. Like, she's been one of the most horrible bullies in my life, but not the ones that are like physically hurting you. But yeah, I mean, bully is a bully, right? And then as the waves were coming further, I could see like the browns and the blues. Just gonna add some grays to the moon, because I feel like, and I'm just taking like a very little bit like chunk of, or the, I don't know what you call the blob of water. I don't know it in Hindi either, so yeah, I'm hopeless at that. Look at me twisting words. And yeah, this one had a little bit darker, like the crater, but I don't think that was a crater. Just gonna make this a little bit blended with the rest, and then is the final touch, which is adding a little bit of light around, so that you know, I made this amazing egg omelette. It was more like a shakshuka mixed omelette, but the aftertaste, I had like a layer of cheese, a cheese slice between. It was so worth it. And then we're gonna blend these clouds around the yep, I think this is done. So this is the after effect. These are the details. You can look it up close. And now we're gonna take off the tapes. This is so satisfying. I thought that this would be like a surreal experience, because imagine this would happen something in person. Oh my god, this is stuck. This would happen in person. How would you explain it to someone, right? But this was very much this was very much real for me. And then we have the last one. This was so fun. Thank you for watching, whoever is watching. I really appreciate that you do. Now let me just quickly set it up and then show you the entire thing, okay? There you go. That was my dream. This was the table, and we good. Oh